Hey there. Will AI replace lawyers? Now, that's a question on a lot of people's minds these days, lawyers especially, myself included. But in order to properly address this question, we must first look at what lawyers do. And if all or nearly all of that can be done by AI the way we know it today, then sure, it's safe to say that AI will replace lawyers. But if it's anything short of that, then we have to say no, AI will not replace lawyers, at least not in the short term. Now, that's a very broad topic, what lawyers do. So let's focus on corporate lawyers specifically. And at the core, corporate lawyers do four things. We create documents, negotiate documents, we analyze documents, and we advise on the law. Now, AI will be impacting law in all four respects. And I invite you on this mental journey, if I may, of predicting the future of corporate legal together. On the first point, in terms of creating documents, we're going to see a situation where lawyers take the term sheet of a priced round or the LOI of an acquisition transaction, provide this to AI, and watch AI generate the first drafts of the financing documents within moments. Now, for those of you out there who are not lawyers, the term sheet or the LOI is a document which sums up the general business terms of a transaction. These are normally 2, 3, maybe 5-page documents, but they're going to be blown up into hundreds of pages of text in the form of financing documents. On the second point, for negotiations, lawyers will write detailed memoranda on their clients' interests, priorities, concerns on a given situation, maybe also including confidential, sensitive information in the memorandum. Provide these memoranda to this trusted third-party intermediary, a mediator in the form of AI. AI will look at the memoranda and provide creative, optimal solutions on how to resolve the points of contention between the two parties, thus cutting out hours, days, why not even weeks of back and forths between or among attorneys to achieve that same point. The lawyers will then take this creative, optimal solutions or suggestions for the solution and craft the deal based on that. In terms of analyzing documents, we're already seeing AI look at a contract, identify red flags, maybe also tell you what and how to negotiate based on what's market. AI will be doing this not only as to a single document at a time, but across a multitude of documents in the aggregate, essentially turning diligence digital. I'm referring here to due diligence, the ones that come up within the framework of a price round or an acquisition deal. And again, cutting out hours, if not days of work of lawyers poring over legal documents, trying to identify inconsistencies and critical legal gaps and filling these in for the respective deals to happen. On the fourth point, which is advising on the law, which also includes researching the law, AI can be relied upon by attorneys to look at tomes of legal texts, including precedents, and provide initial insights on what the law says on a given matter. As a matter of fact, even clients themselves can refer to AI with common corporate law situations in order to get on-demand, plain English insights or even recommendations overseen by lawyers, of course, on their commonplace situations. And this is critical because it directly addresses the access to justice problem, which is rampant in law today, given the disparity between the purchasing power of clients and the relatively expensive nature of legal services. Now, as you see, AI will be impacting law in all four respects, but it won't be entirely replacing the human element. Instead, it's going to be providing the first draft, the first bite at due diligence, the initial recommendation or insight, but it's going to be up to the lawyer to take it from there and take the deal forward or the advising forward. Beyond that, we also have to keep in mind that law is a very relationship-specific endeavor. In other words, when clients hire a law firm, they're not in fact hiring the firm, they're hiring the person that works at the firm. So that relationship is still important when it comes to law. And as to a third point, legal know-how is still locked in the minds of many lawyers because at the end of the day, law oftentimes is more art than science. There are these bespoke situations that require a very human touch and reasoning. So the way we know AI today will not be replacing lawyers in the short term. Instead, it will be enhancing lawyers, helping them become better at what they do, assuming lawyers embrace the technology, which they should. However, and there's always a however, right, when we're talking about law. However, in the long run, or in the not so distant future, as more and more lawyers use AI, AI is going to become exponentially better at what it does and the way it helps lawyers. And so in turn, lawyers are going to be hard pressed to become better and better themselves, more professional, or look for another job. Again, these are predictions as to how AI will be impacting law, whether it'll be replacing or enhancing lawyers. I'm excited to say that Corpora is building tools across many of the dimensions that I spoke about in this video. And I'd love to keep this conversation going with you. If you're excited about law, about the future of corporate legal, I want to speak with you as colleagues, fellow corporate attorneys, or people who are generally interested in law. Please reach out to me. Let's talk. Let's keep this conversation going. My name is Stepan Khizretian. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Corpora. I've been practicing corporate law for over 10 years, and I wish and hope to talk more about this with you soon. Thank you for watching.